So there are clear benefits to the open access movement, as we've seen. Research becomes discoverable and accessible in ways that it wasn't before, which benefits authors and libraries and learners all over the world, and it even benefits publishers who have the goal of disseminating their information as widely as possible. We just want to make it clear that open access does not mean lower quality. Open access journals utilize the same peer review process as toll access journals, so that's a common misconception that we see. The costs of information dissemination go down for everybody, including publishers, who don't have to pay for account managers or DRM restrictions or legal expenses or other high-cost services. It's important to note, though, that open access information is not free to produce or free to publish, and that means that a lot of different business models have evolved to support open access publishing. Open access journals might be supported by institutional subsidies, for example, and they might charge an author's fee for publishing articles in their journal. But increasingly, you'll find that institutions are often willing to pay these publishing fees on behalf of the authors. And it's worth noting, too, that plenty of toll access journals charge publishing fees for their articles as well. The open access movement, though, is challenged by academic perceptions that may see open access publications as less rigorous than traditional toll access publishing. And the momentum behind the open access movement has led to a proliferation of so-called predatory publishers, which is an exploitative publishing model that solicits journal manuscripts and then charges a steep author fee without providing peer review or editorial services of a legitimate journal. Graduate students and new scholars are really particularly vulnerable to these predatory practices, often because they don't know a lot about the landscape of the publishing world within their discipline. So Jeffrey Beall maintains what's known as Beall's List, a regularly updated list of suspicious journals. When you begin to submit and publish your own manuscripts, we encourage you to publish in open access journals whenever possible. But barring that, we encourage you to have conversations with the journal editors up front about what kind of copyright you can maintain as an author, where you can self-archive your work, and which versions of your work you'll be allowed to self-archive. And finally, as we've said before, be strategic about which journals you submit your articles to. Make sure that the journal is well respected and well established in your discipline, and make sure that the journal operates under legitimate practices, and you can use some of the links to Beall's resources that we've posted below. And you just have to remember that you are your own advocate for your research and for your integrity as a scholar.